Hello, you're welcome to Johnson Praise TV. My name is Johnson Praise, and I'm here to take you through Introduction to Business Administration, that is UGBS 101. So, this course is an interesting course, and I would like to take you through this YouTube session. So, I'll be uploading videos on UGBS 101. So if you are a UGBS 101 student, or you are really interested in this specific course and you want content pertaining to this specific course, kindly click on the subscribe button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then also make sure you click on the notification bell to turn it on, so that anytime I release a video on this specific course, you can get access to it. Some of you are busy, you don't really have time for yourself. Sometimes you even miss some of the lectures. Something it's not like you even have time. You intentionally miss it, but sometimes you go through some of these online challenges, you network issues and stuff, you end up missing lectures. But don't worry, I'm here to sort you out on all these things. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure you share the links to your friends, those in the various platforms, and then those that you are closer with, share it with them, because it's going to be beneficial to them. So today we will tackle session 2 of UGBS 101. But before then, I want to take this opportunity to let you know that I'm also into digital marketing. So I have a firm which is actually called Top Strat Digital. We promote brands, businesses, we sell products, goods and services, and what have you. If you have a business and you want to promote it, please kindly get in touch with me. And even if you have a business plan and you want to execute it, get in touch with me. I also offer consultancy services, online advertisement, which is the online ads, social media advertisements, search engine optimization, YouTube optimization, logo designs, flyers, web designs, and what have you. Anything pertaining to online marketing. Currently, we have 5.3 billion internet users, so it is very, very important to register your digital presence, boost your digital presence, and we are here to use the technological analysis and use a comprehensive data analytic tools to actually assess your business and identify the best model for you. So please contact me on 0545 412017, 0545 412017, or you can get in touch with us on social media, that is Top Strat Digital. Okay, when you type Top Strat, that is strategy, so Top Strategy Digital Marketing, you get in touch with us and connect with us on all social media marketing. We are on Google Map and Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and what have you. So just get, or you email us at touchstrat touchstrat at gmail.com. Yeah, touchstrat at gmail.com. Thank you for your time, and it's now time to get started. So we'll delve more into business, the objective of business, the historical development of businesses in Ghana, and we'll also look at the goods producing businesses and then service businesses. Okay, service businesses, and also look at the characteristics of services and the importance of business. So this is what we'll be doing today. Now let's get started. So when you talk of business is an organized profit seeking activity that provides goods and services designed to satisfy customers' needs. So this definition was given by Till and Mescom, 2010. So they actually gave this definition. So it is an organized. When you say something is organized, businesses are organized. If you're a business and your business isn't well structured or organized, you will not go anywhere. You will not go anywhere. A business to in order to have a successful business, it must be it must be organized. Who does what? And what do I produce? What are my objectives? What do I aim to achieve in the next 2 years, the next 5 years? It is an organized. They have people that perform specific tasks. You get there, they have customer service or customer assistant, and then they have people that are into the administrative work, people that are into production, and so on and so forth. It has been divided into units. It is really organized. So you don't go somewhere, a customer will attend to you, go and produce goods, and no, when you do that, it is not really what an organized business. You must have a clear plan, and also it's a profit seeking activity. No one can tell me that he or she their businesses are not just for profit making. Okay, unless it is NGO. The NGOs, their aim is to what, actually promote either social, political, economical, and let's say like education activities. But with them, most of them, their motive is not profit seeking. But businesses, every business, if you're a businessman and you say whatever that you are doing is not profit seeking, then it's not it's a lie, or probably you just want to do it for free. Do you get it? And some companies usually do or offer some of the services for free. It's not free. They want you to know that they have the best services or their products are the best. So when you taste one for free, next time you come and buy, is that not it? So nothing in business is free. Even the other time I was giving this example, or I was citing this kind of scenario to some of your colleagues, that even in some companies, if they want to actually they want to boost their online presence, they have social, what they call social, or social responsibilities. So with the social responsibilities, you see MTN building school for a community. Have you ever thought of it that MTN will go to a village that no one lives there, about 5 people living there, and MTN will go and build a hospital for them or a school for them? It's no. MTN target a place where there are a lot of people there, that when they build a hospital for them, in the next they can what, people can see their good work, so they transact business with them, or they have some kind of empathy for them. So they switch to their network for people to see. So businesses don't really do things. If Kwame Despite will invest, okay, will invest in any kind of business or any kind of social responsibility project, trust me, it's going to be something, a strategic place where maybe his businesses will benefit from it, or something like that. He can come and construct a whole borehole in Ashaiman, knowing that Ashaiman, there are a lot of people there, and then maybe he writes his name on it. So a lot of people will see that, yes, he did this. Do you get it? It's few that really do business without target. Me, if I'm doing business, I am always on point. I have a target. As a digital marketer, I won't enter into business without really a focus. So there must be what, a profit seeking activity. So as they build it for free, you think it is free. It is not for free. They are telling the whole community to what, to come to them, and they are advertising themselves because they put their logo on it. Why is it that when you go to KJTR, even no, let me not even go far, Accra here, okay? Why is it that when you go to Medina, you will see Gino tomato paste, you will see MTN and some of these companies taking upon themselves to paint the whole building? Why? Because it's a commercial place. You come there, you will see that they've painted it with MTN color. It reminds you that MTN exists. It reminds you that Gino tomato paste exists. So you do business with them. So there's nothing they do for free. You think they have painted it for them for free? It is never free, I'm telling you. So business is a profit-seeking activity, because the more you see it, oh yes, and as you enter the market already, you've seen Gino, and the moment you are going to buy tomatoes, so at the end of the day, they are telling you to go and buy Gino tomato paste or Tasty Tom. You go and buy Tasty Tom. That is it. Now let's look at, and also it is that it provides goods and services. So businesses provide goods and services. So what kind of business are you into? Is your business providing goods and services? Is that the kind of business you are doing, or what? So businesses always provide what? Goods and services. They provide goods and services that are designed to satisfy customers' needs. So if your business is not satisfying needs, then you don't really have a future. You must satisfy people's needs. Okay, I needed someone to I needed someone to sew my clothes for me. I came to this person, and the person has really satisfied me. The person, the kind of style I asked the person, she has done it for me perfectly. Next time I'll come to you. But some of you, you do business and you keep on missing customers. So a customer will come to you today, and because of the treatment, poor customer services, and some of the things you do, next time they refuse to come to your end. Some of you, the way you talk to your customers is so bad. Yes, you are the CEO, you are whatever, but customers are always right. Do you understand it? Regardless of the money that they are giving to you, some, especially when you go to these food vendors, when people are buying food and they buy something small, okay, they don't really respect that people. What next? What are you buying? Is that the only one you are buying? That's the most annoying part. We're forgetting that this one city that add up to the money that you are making. Do you think everybody, me today, I can come to your restaurant, okay, and I'll buy something which is what, approximately 20 cedis. Another day I will not buy 20 cedis, okay? People buy things based on their budget. Okay, maybe there are sometimes, I don't have money. Oh. I feel like saving. Me, I like that thing. I can have a lot of money on me, and I'll buy food. My food, the food I will buy, it won't really what be all that expensive. Do you get it? But there are some days I feel like we're eating big. Today, there I have to really buy a lot. That one day I can spend a lot, Papa. So if somebody is buying something small, appreciate the person. The person is making effort. It could be that that's the only money the person have. So when producing goods and services, you must be patient with people and treat people well. Good customer service will always what, get you money. Let me give you a scenario. There was a certain guy I used to work with. Okay, the guy is a very good, is a talented guy. Okay, he's a how do you call it, a graphic designer. He, when he designs something for you, then trust me, yeah, I've been working with him since my days in the university. He is the one who has been designing my flyers and everything for me. It's very good, and me, in terms of branding, you can't really beat me when it comes to branding. So this guy, he has been doing work, and mostly when he does something for me, I pay him. The moment he finished, I pay him. So there was a time after the Christmas, this guy did something for me, and he didn't even finish the work. He did one, and he was requesting for mine. I said, Charlie, this is not how we do our things. Finish the other one I've given to you. Then this guy was very angry. And some of you customers, when you do these things, when you do things to consider you, then blah 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 blah. And I told him that, hey Charlie, me, you have been working with me for long. This is not the first time you've been working with me. It has been long that we have established this relationship. So you can't tell me that I will be running with your money whilst I have the money. And if maybe you have a problem or you need money to do something, tell me that, bro. Oh, maybe I need money to do something. It's all about understanding. But to come and be telling me this, when I advise him that he should be the way he does his things, and if he doesn't take care, he will lose customers. Do you know what he told me? He told me that, I'm not the one to advise him, and I said okay, because me, I'm somebody that is a direct person. Me, if you are doing something, I won't go. I won't be saying it at your back. I'll tell you I'll say it to your face. So when he said that, and I said, okay, if I'm not the one to advise you, but remember that me, a money I can give to you, I can give him like 500 a week, or within the month he can get like 500 Ghana cedi from me. So I told him that okay, that is the end of it. I won't work with him again. Then I realized that he regretted for his decision. But assuming you are getting 500 cedis from somebody a month, it is enough money. Do you get it? So maintain the person and make sure you get other people. That's what makes you a successful business. But some of you get customer today, another day you spoil it. So you go and make another customer. So the money you've been making, so we could see that your revenue are always the same because you don't maintain customers. You always get new customers, but old customers don't come there again. Do you understand? So in order to have a successful business, maintain customers and also make new customers. So it will get to a point that you can have like 1,000 customers. Everybody will be coming to you. If not if only the person is even at present. If it is about physical services, goods and services, something like hairdressing, and then let's say like barbering, and the person is only closer and you treat the person well, they will always come. Me, I don't change barber. I maintain one barber for the rest of my days unless I relocate. And even if I relocate and the distance is very far, that's where I don't mind. If assuming you are at Medina and I am at East Legon, I'll come to you. Do you understand it? No, that is it. So now let's go forward. Let's move forward. A business, another definition for business is that a business is any organization that strives for profit by providing goods and services that meet the needs of that meets what customer needs. So always your business should meet customers needs. If your business is not satisfying their needs, please revise your terms and conditions, revise your services, and make sure it meets their needs. Okay, they shouldn't come and get your product or your goods and services and later be complaining about it. So always in doing business, I want to put these things into you, okay, or I want to inculcate it into you as you are moving forward. Some of you are already into this, so you don't really need quality services. Is very, very important. Somebody will come to you again after transacting a business with you because of what? Your quality services. Secondly, your integrity level. If you ask customers, you'll be doing these things for them, you do it for them. Your integrity level, if you realize you have a good integrity, and your quality, your business is full of quality, then they will come. So quality and integrity in doing business, it should always be one of what? It should be the priority things you should do. Provide quality things, even if it is expensive. People like quality things. There's one organization that called Fair Trade. Some of you know Fair Trade. Me, I've worked with Fair Trade as a treasurer, as a executive member. We have attended some international conferences with Fair Trade Africa, Fair Trade International. We've had consultation even on the living wage that currently that, and in the year 2010 they came up with a living wage that people, fair trade companies shouldn't earn, the workers, their base salary shouldn't be less than 1,000 cedis if you're a fair trade certified company. You also try to improve their living condition, giving them houses, place to stay, and all these things. I sat in that negotiation myself, and other key stakeholders. So I've really played a role in that, in the fair trade. But the issue is that, fair trade provide quality services. Even if you are a farm and you want to join fair trade, they look at the kind of fertilizers you should use. They are prescribed fertilizers you should use. There are some places that you can't farm. You can't shit or put, like, do any kind of things in your farm, or use any unnecessary any fertilizer like that, and also abuse workers. You assault them, you overuse them. This kind of things, it is not allowed. Okay, there's the fair trade standard do not allow all these things, and ensure that you provide or you improve the workers' needs, and also even extend it to the community. So what they do is that if you are a fair trade certified company, if they buy your product, they add some money. So if the product is $10, they add $1 to whatever you sell to them, so you can use it to improve your workers' living standards, so they can be happy and work well. Do you understand it? And comply to your rules. So because people know fair trade really go out to satisfy these companies and make sure they are doing the right thing, do audit for them, people buy despite they having a high quality, or despite despite their product being high, people still patronize it because of what? Quality. So do quality things. And that is all about the business. Let's move out to the objectives of business. Please, can you tell me the objectives of business? Drop it under the comment section before we move forward. Tell me at least 2 objectives of businesses. Drop it under the comment section. Just click on the comment section and type it. We are learning together. Do you get it? So type it there, and then let me see. I'll mark it. The moment you drop the comment, I'll attend to you on that. Okay, all right. No, now let's describe them. So if you drop a very good comment, then this is it. Now, one of the objectives of business is to make profit. In my definition, I explained that every business, despite they trying to provide free services and other stuff, their objective is what? For profit making. If MTN, like there are so many pricing models which I don't really have time to delve more into that. But let me use let me use Facebook for example. Facebook have so many services. Okay, they have freemium service, they have premium service, and so on. So in Facebook, you can sign in as a free user. okay, where you do not pay anything, you post for free, you do anything for free. But there are some services that you can use for free, okay, and that one is the premium services. Okay, so you subscribe to the premium services, and then that one, it comes with what, so many features and so on and so forth. There are some of these apps that you use, you can use some of them for free, and so there are some that you need to subscribe. So we have the freemium service and the premium. Despite they giving you the freemium services, there are also objectives and behind it. You get it. At the end of the day, you one day subscribe to the premium service. Do you get it? That is whole thing. And we also have the business is a way of life. Okay, business is part of our part and parcel of it. It's a way of life. People usually people are always into that. Okay, I've identified that there are some challenges, people are having problem, I create a solution to that. Okay, and that is how people would survive. Okay, so they provide services, and at the end of the day get money. So they go to the I go and buy, or I try to prepare food. Okay, I cook and then I sell to you. I make my money so I can also take care of my children. It is a way of life. It started not today. Do you get it? It is a way of life. If you are a human being, you need to what? You need to work. And trying to work, it is a way of what? Life. Working is part of what? Life. You go, even if you're a weeder, you go and weed for somebody. The person will pay you money. So it's in other way, you are transacting what? Services. Do you get it? You go and maybe if you are a repairer, you go and repair someone's TV for him, and then he pays you money. It is a way of what? Life. That is how you depend on it. You depend on that. And business provide opportunities for gaining other forms of satisfaction. Okay, so with the food vendor example I gave, yes, despite the fact that it's a way of life and you trying to what, do things to get money, it's what, a way of satisfaction. If I'm hungry at the moment, I come to you, I buy from you. Do you get it? If I buy from you, I at the end of the day, I get whatever I need, and you also would get whatever you need. Your aim is to get money, and my aim is to what? Get satisfied, like get food to eat. So if I buy, I give you money, you give me the food, and I'll be satisfied. If I need clothes. Okay, maybe I want to attend a party tonight. I'm trying, my clothes are not okay for me to use, or I really need something nice. So I come to you, you give me your clothes, I pay you. You need money, I need what? Clothes. So it's a way of what? Satisfaction. You satisfy people. So these are the objectives. So every business, you must satisfy the needs of people. Do you understand it? You must try to satisfy the needs of people. Let's look at the development of businesses in Ghana. Under the historical development of businesses in Ghana, we have business in pre-colonial Ghana, business in post-colonial Ghana, and business in modern Ghana. So we'll delve more into these characteristics, or these kind of what businesses, or the historical development of businesses in Ghana. So now, when you take the business in the pre-colonial Ghana, in the olden days, when they say something is pre, that is before. Pre means before, and post means after. So when you see pre-independence, it means before independence. You see post-independent, it means after independence. Okay, so that is how the word pre, the prefix, that is the pre means what? It means what? Before. So when you say business in pre-colonial, that is before our forefathers were colonized. So let's go back to that. Before our forefathers, the 1908, around that area, and then let's take like I say 1908, around the 17th, and then the 12th, before those, within those period, within that period, the Europeans were not really in the country, so they had their way of what? Life. We have to now delve more into that. Within that period, there was what we call barter trading system. With the barter trading system, it is where the trade or the exchange goods for goods. If I have water and you have food, I give you water and you give me food. So it is what we call what barter trading. And if I have gun and you also have, let's say like a bucket, I give you gun, you give me bucket. You don't really take any money for that, but you look at your value, you evaluate the kind of things that you have, whether one gun can take 3 buckets or one gun can take 4 buckets. So I bring you one gun, I take 4 buckets from you. So that is what they used to do. That was the system they were using. And the local craftsmen also were really flourishing. Example is the textile industry, the bone reed and all those places. They were really weaving kintes and stuff, and it was in existence before the European came. And the poultry system, that the poultry how do you call it, businesses. So this is where the actually what the mold pot and all those stuff, pot and these artifacts, and they used to do that. And also the metal works like guns. We used to produce our own guns, we used to produce our own bucket and some of these things. So we used to produce our own hoods, forks and all those stuff. Do you get it? Before even they came, the blacksmith, that's the work of the blacksmith. And we produce our own utensils. Do you understand it? So we had our own life before even these people came on. So sometimes when you are behaving as if we can't live without this white, it sometimes surprises me. We can live without them. We just, our taste for foreign goods has really brought us where we are. We really like foreign goods and we don't cherish what we have. Even if you're a business, for your colleagues to even support you is very bad. Okay, I remember when I started my business with this digital marketing, most of my customers, when they finish, I let them go and rate me, and they were all giving me a 5-star rating. There was a day I was there, I realized somebody has rated me, and frankly speaking, I don't, when you go to social media, I had 5 star. So after the rating, I went to check, and the person gave me 1. I don't even know the person. Oh. So it's just like it's enviness because the person has seen that you have 5 star on social media. So or better or about form. And he didn't even give me many when you business and people that rate me are people that have transacted business with. Then you go and give me 0 star, 1 star. It is you see, that is the kind of mentality and anything I am cost no. Because when somebody is really growing, ni business let us now, even these people will even be coming to him. My men take next time also. Now next time no. Or do you understand it? It is very bad attitude. A very bad attitude. Let us produce and so let us support our own. Let's now move to now after the pre-colonial. When they came now, we used to do this barter trading system. Now they change everything. Instead of barter trading system, they introduce currencies, and so that we can go and buy. And this kind of paper, they give you paper for all your hard work. Just imagine you go and build a full house for somebody, and they will give you paper. It doesn't. So me, paper, I don't value papers. I value what? I value something like gold and this kind of stuff. So me to be a successful businessman or whatever, me most of, yes, I'll get money, I'll transact business with you and take money from you, but at the end of the day, I'm going to actually convert that money or use it to buy gold or something, put it down. Do you get it? Papers, they depreciate one day, two. As we are here now, cedi to dollar is almost 12 cedis, but a time can come that cedi to dollar rate will be 30 cedis or 40 cedis. Do you get it? I'm not praying it should happen. And if you are even having like 100,000 Ghana cedis, what will be the value? You don't have anything. Do you get it? Now if I have good, or I buy land and put it down, at the end of the day, it will not depreciate. Land doesn't depreciate unless there is maybe natural disaster or war in that country that nobody will be interested. But if I buy land or maybe I buy gold and I save it in a very convenient place, you can't take it from me. So when they came, they changed everything. They changed our trading system, and within that area. So, and also this is where they introduce what cash crops. So example is rubber, cocoa, palm oil and stuff. So Ghanaians started producing cash crops, cocoa, and then when you go to the Ivory Coast, they were producing rubber and other, and then Ghanaians were also doing well in palm, how do you call it, palm oil, production. So within some few years, Ghana became the best exporter in primary goods. Okay, we became exporter in primary goods. We were exporting outside. We were sending them to other countries, the nearby countries, and even the foreign countries. We were selling to them, and then so when the white realized that, they established trading post and fort. So when you go to Cape Coast, we have Cape Coast Fort, and then Elmina Castle and some of these things. So they established this fort, and so that they can send the goods there, they come and buy. So the exploration began from that period. They started, when they come, all the goods, oh, you have gold, so let me give you, then they give you salt for gold. Our forefathers really, it is very sad. Knowledge is power. Anyone that has knowledge over you has power over you. I was teaching you guys in information studies, those of you who do information studies. Knowledge is power. Why will you go to hospital if you know you can heal yourself? You don't go to hospital. Do you understand it? The doctor knows something that you do not know. So when you are sick, oh me, I don't know the problem, let me go and let the doctor prescribe. It could be that you can even buy some medicine for it to go, but you don't really know what is wrong with you. So you need to go to the doctor for him to prescribe some medicine for you. After going to the hospital, you will get to know what is wrong with you. So the doctors have some knowledge that you don't have, and in political science we call it power knowledge. Anyone that has power over you, knowledge over you, has power over you. Do you understand it? So the whites were smart at that period, and they had that knowledge that our forefathers didn't have. So they were dominating over them. They were really dominating over them, and they were giving them salt for gold. Wow, my God! I can even use 2 cedis to buy salt. How can billions of dollars exchange it for salt? Oh my God! So I don't want to talk. Let's move forward. If I say I will talk, right? I always want to challenge you when I'm teaching. I want to challenge you to do something, right? I want to challenge you to do something. Our forefathers made mistake, and this is the kind of mistake we, the graduates, are making. The kind of things we are exchanging. How can you even produce cocoa? Look at the value. They give you 100 cedis. They give you, let's say, 1,000 cedis for one cocoa. Do you know what they can get from that one bag of cocoa? The chocolate they can produce. Look at the chocolate they sell to you for 20 cedis. Look at it. And you're saying cocoa bag. Do you know one bag of cocoa can produce a chocolate worth of, let's say, like 10,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, 10,000 Ghana cedis. So what they are cotton, what on cocoa they are commanding 1,000 cedis. Or no one saying he has made over 1,000 profit from the things that you sold to him, and we don't see anything wrong with that. You produce good now. Even in oil that we produce here, we produce it and then we send it there. They don't even refine it here. China found what they are called, when they are producing, they get crude oil, they get this coal tar and some of this thing. No matter near the are we not joking? Are we not joking as a country? Are we not joking as a country? Why can't we really train people to mind this kind of goals? We have this kind of, let me say, I don't want to, if I talk, maybe somebody will say, but our leaders, most of them don't have vision. Africa in general, most of our leaders don't have vision. And you are aspiring to become a future leader. When you go, don't do the same thing. Most of them don't have vision. The system is not there. What do you do? You create a system, but you don't follow the system. you create it. If the opportunity does not exist, create it. If we don't have the mechanism or the system to be producing oil, what have you done? NDC MPP started dominating power, not today. Which of them have really planned to actually send people outside to learn how to extract gold and learn how to do add value to our resources, Which of them have done that? You keep on praising these politicians each and every day, adoring them as if they are God. To me, if you ask me to rate all the president, apart from Kwame Nkrumah, I'll give everybody 10. Some will even get 2. Some will get 2 if I'm to rate them over 100. Some will get 3. You get it? I'm not the president. Me, I'm not partisan. I can say, apart from JJ, the people that did well, it's a champion. A champion did very well. I'll tell you why a champion did well. I'll tell you why Kufuor also did well, and probably Dr. JJ Rawlings also did well. Yes, in some area, do you get it? He did well in some area. All of them have. Kufuor also did well in some area, but it wasn't all round. And also, when you take this person, a champion also did well in some area, and I will tell you why some of these people. But the rest, I can't talk about it. Whether you agree with me or don't agree with me. Let us be frank with ourselves and put our partisan interests aside. Be frank with yourself as a Ghanaian. Where the country is moving towards, are you happy with that? You are not happy with that, but because of party, with the party akata winning. Because I am MPP, if things are not wrong, I can't say it. Because I am NDC, if things are wrong, I can't say it. If the whites really develop their country through this model, do you think and today you wake up, you want to go to Europe, you want to go to America, do you think Obetimiako? They put partisan things aside and criticize where they are supposed to criticize, put their leaders to work. Let's move forward. I'm getting angry. Let's move forward. And also we have for they also so Ghana got to a point Ghana became the largest producer of cocoa in the world. Okay, so that Ghana became the largest producer of cocoa in the world. And the cocoa no more this so far. So do you get it? That is just some small thing. We when you go to me, we have cocoa. When you go there, how people suffer. These cocoa farmers suffer. They weed, they cut themselves, they climb. So there's something they call encramping, and do all these things. When they even do, they have to go and hire people. No man swap cocoa, or man kobo. They do, and even when the cocoa is there, because of thieves, they don't sleep the whole night. They have to watch overnight until they are done. It is done drying before they can go and sell it. And all these things, someone will just go and sell the cocoa just for 1,000 cedis. If it is less than that, like it's around 800 or 700. Yes, currently that is the price, and sell it for that, and somebody will produce it. Our leaders are doing it more than harm. They should have put that mechanisms in place to actually help our forefathers. And if you are talking, somebody will just come and condemn you, or somebody will come and insult you. But for me, you can't stop me from saying what is right. Me, regardless if I'm a party member, me as I am here, I don't care about that. I don't care whether you are NDC or MPP. I'll tell you the truth. We have been the downfall of the country because of partisan politics. National interest is dead in a country. There's nothing called national interest. There's nothing called this national interest. And also, you see, and during that period, a champion also introduced Operation Feed Yourself. When a champion introduced the Operation Feed Yourself, that was where we started. You see, when a champion, let me give you a history about a champion. Within that period, a champion was, when a champion became president, according to sources, Kwame Nkrumah was owing a lot of money. Okay, with the foreign countries, or all the government that came after. That is Ekufu, after Kwame Nkrumah, I think Ekufu or whichever took over, right? I don't know, but I if you do some, you will know. Yes, you can really clarify that for me. But when a champion took over, according to sources, Ghana was owing money to these European countries and then Americans. So a champion came with what? A policy that yentua, okay, with yentua, or okay, that yentua policy, no. He came to say that we are owing you money, but the money, we are not paying the money to you. This is why I regard a champion as one of the best presidents in Ghana, despite his flaws and other stuff. He introduced the Yentia policy so that the monies that they were owing the foreigners, no one will pay the money. And because of that, if you say you won't pay their money, they will also know the European, they will cut ties with you. So he introduced what? Operation Feed Yourself, whereby Ghanaians can produce and feed our local industry. So we're producing a lot of food, we're growing a lot, and Ghana, the country started developing from a champion time. Because of coup d'etat, we dropped down again, and it was just like that. The country, we are misusing things, the resources and stuff. So that policy he initiated helped the country, but some people took us back to zero again, and then we go to one, somebody will take us to zero. And that has been our problem in Ghana here. It's all because of what? It's not anything, it is leadership. It is leadership. Now, let's look at the modern the modern era, the modern business in modern Ghana. So business in modern Ghana, it is diverse businesses, okay? Within the champion period or within the post-colonial era, it was our production were centered on agriculture or production of food and growing of crops, right? But in the modern Ghana, currently we have what? A diverse industry or diversification. It goes beyond what agri, and this is where there's manufacturing, or we manufacture goods and services. But Ghana, we are not manufacturing anything. Even common toothpick we can manufacture. Okay, toothpick we export it. Even cocoa sacks we can't even produce it. We export it from China. It tells you how your country is. And then mining too, that we do. We've not trained people. They go and spoil our water bodies. We say we are mining. Okay, no, it's no proper mining in the country. And also entrepreneurship, whereby people engage in businesses, or they enter into businesses. They try to produce goods and services. They look at the needs of the people and produce things based on that. So entrepreneurship also became dominant in the modern era. And also there's what we call dumping, which some of you have not paid attention. These Europeans are doing dumping in Africa. They produce a lot of goods and they dump it in your countries. This kind of foods that you are seeing, they put these chemicals now, more produce you or more mine more. You that are very harmful. No? You see some of the shoes that you buy, there are some kind of it's like medicine or chemicals, and they've put it in the shoe. What do you think it is? Please, it is poisonous chemicals, and those things, when you put it on the soil, it kills the soil nutrient, and the soil became what? Bare soil. So they don't want to produce it. They don't want to do that thing in their. Don't want to leave those poisonous chemicals in their countries. So that's why they are interested in shipping foods in their countries, so that they use those kind of chemicals. They put it in the shoes, the shirt that you are buying to wear. They put it in it, and then they dump it in your country. If we're producing things ourselves, do you think these things will happen? It will not happen. So they come Ghana, the country has become a dumping site. So when they know that you're also having it, they come and look at your prices. If you are producing cars in your country, okay, how much are they selling cars? So they sell car for 10,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, then they produce cheaper cars. Okay, and then they reduce the prices to let's say like 60K or 60,000, and then they come and sell cars in your country for 60,000. Then say even cars from China is even 60,000, and you are selling it for 100,000. Which one are you going to buy? Then you go and buy their cars and you leave your country. So the aim is to collapse your businesses, because the aim is what? kill your spirit, so you don't even do something in your country. That is their intention. Or you think they are just exporting for anything, or for that purpose. They are killing your spirit in the country, so you don't even think of producing, but you always export or you always import. So you see people produce, when they produce one or two car, oh, when I produce, they don't even buy, they buy Chinese one, so I won't produce because no one buys it. And some of those of you who are into businesses and producing, and Ghanaians are not supporting you. I support all of you, okay? You have my support. Keep doing your best. A time will come, we will take over. So the poor countries are become what? A dumping site where they dump their goods, they dump their product for you, and you are not doing anything about it. We are not doing anything about it. There's also one thing that I need to also let you know, in the business in the modern era too. Apart from the dumping whereby they dump their goods and services, make sure they collapse your businesses and decrease competition level in your country, so you rely on them for goods and services. They take your money to their countries to develop it, and then they dump the shoddy goods in your country. Aside that thing, there's also one thing that it is also we call what? E-commerce exploration, or e-commerce exploitation. So with the e-commerce exploitation, it is also known as online penetration without what? Any official agreement. Online penetration without any official agreement. So with the e-commerce exploitation, this is e-commerce is where people sell and buy things online. So it is e-commerce. When you go to Alibaba and buy things from them, it is what? E-commerce. When you go to Amazon and you buy things, or even you go to Jumia or Gigi and you buy something, it is what we call what? E-commerce. With the e-commerce exploitation, it involves what? Foreign businesses leveraging online platform to sell products directly to what? Economically disadvantaged countries without establishing their physical presence. Okay, so or even agreeing or having any official agreement. So that is what they do. So currently, some of these countries will not even come and establish their businesses or their industries in your country, but they penetrate to your country through the online platforms, the Facebook, the YouTube, the Amazons, the Alibabas, and these kind of buoyant industries. They dominate your how do you call it? They dominate your market. So Ghanaians, you are producing shoes, and they are also producing shoes. They sell it to you online directly. You buy and then they ship it without actually establishing their businesses in your country. So at the end of the day, they are killing the local businesses through the e-commerce exploitation. And these are the things that the government should look up to, and not taxing the how do you call it? And not taxing us on the e-levies. These kind of things are useless. The things they should be interested in doing is this kind of what? E-commerce exploitation, and not this kind of things they should be doing. Do you understand it? Because at the end of the day, they are killing your business, the infant industries. They are killing them through the e-commerce exploitation. They sell, they don't pay tax. While local business, you tax them big. And this kind of companies outside Alibabas and stuff, they bring some of these things, they sell online, they take money, and they take tax. Even they pay tax to their government. They take money from you, pay tax directly to their government. What have you done about this? Government have not sit down to do anything. And those of you who are into politics, these are some of the things you should look up to, right? These are the things you should be thinking of. E-commerce exploitation is becoming so, and it is killing our local industries. So now, and you go to social media, people are busily, I'm importing things from China, and you're happy with that. I'm importing things from Dubai. I'm doing this. Well, we can empower our businesses. This is what the champion did. Is this a champion's Ghana? Let me leave this topic and move forward. Okay, so let's look at the characteristics of what? A good business. So there are so many characteristics of a goods or what do you call it? Goods producing businesses. So we'll delve more into them. Okay, so So let's look at it. We are delving more into those. So good producing businesses produce tangible goods by what? Engaging in activities such as manufacturing, construction, and mining. Okay, mining and also agriculture. So goods producing businesses, they are what? They produce tangible goods. Okay, they are all into what? Agriculture, manufacturing, construction, and then mining. So these are what they do. These are one of the characteristics. And also the goods producing businesses, it is very difficult to start what? Goods producing businesses without substantial investment in building machinery and equipment. You can't start producing rubber without really having a factory. Okay, it will be very difficult, and to even produce in large quantity you need this kind of tools, you need this kind of technologies to be able to produce in large quantity. Okay, so that is one thing about it. So you need enough money to establish. Government should be interested in giving loans and giving some form of what, relief to some of these companies to produce. Kantanka is doing well. Government should actually what, should do some kind of introduce some policies to help these local manufacturing companies so they can do well and they can also compete in the foreign countries. And when you go, Apple is producing phone. One Apple, like when even let's take an iPhone, is it 15 or 14? There's Apple 14, Apple 14. Currently, others are saying it is around 20,000 and stuff. Look at it too. Apple will produce one phone and sell it to you for 20,000. You produce one cocoa and sell it for only, you produce that phone, and you sorry, that cocoa, and sell it for just 700 and 800 or 800 cities. Do you understand it? So that is what the point. That is the point. So we should be what? We should be what? Much interested in what? These kind of stuffs. We should be much interested in this kind of stuffs. And that is what should ginger us. If these people are producing more goods and they are taking more money from us, then we should also produce things and export it, right? And that is, we can only do this when we have what? We have the government support these local industries to produce more business, produce more what? Goods and services and support them. And also good producing businesses are capital incentive, so it requires a lot of what? Money to start this kind of what? Businesses. Let's look at services. What are services? Now, let's explain what services are. So services are what? Defined as tangible product that primarily characterized by what? Performance of, by the performance of human effort to work, of human effort or work to fulfill the needs or desires of the customers. Unlike tangible goods, services cannot be what? Be touched, stored, or owned, but are also experienced or consumed at time. Excuse me. Okay, so let's look at examples of services. So with services, like I said, they are intangible. If you say something that is intangible, it's something that you cannot touch. You cannot touch it. So they are intangible products that is primarily characterized by what? Performance of human effort. So it is being performed by human beings. Okay, so they work to fulfill the needs and then the desires of what? People or their customers. So the tangible services, the unlike the tangible services, so with the services we are talking about, they are intangible. But unlike the one that you can touch, something like so you cannot touch them, you cannot store them or own them, but are experienced or consumed at what? Time of provision. So that is how services are. You can't touch, but you experience it. Let me give you banking services. Service, you can't touch banking services, but you experience banking services. Do you get it? So banking services encompasses of what? Wide range of financial activities provided by banks and financial institutions or to individuals and businesses. So The nature of services they produce, it involves what? The provision of financial transactions such as deposit, withdrawals, loans, and then investment management. So these are the things they produce, and you can't touch loans. Okay, you can't touch how do we call it, withdrawals, right? They are services they produce. When you go, you say I'm touching withdrawal, can you touch it? But they are services. It goes through series of process, and then everything is done. Do you understand it? So this is what human beings does. So while technology has automated many banking processes, the delivery of personalized financial advice, customer support, and decision making are often required by human interaction. For example, a bank teller assisting a customer with a loan application, or financial advisor offering what? Investment advice. Also, when you talk of healthcare services, with the healthcare services, it involves what? The diagnosis, treatment, and what? Prevention of illness or injuries, to maintain what? Or to maintain or improve the health of individuals. So let's look at the nature of services they produce. The health services, it encompasses of a range of what? Medical interventions, including consultation, surgeries, diagnostics tests, and then therapy sessions. So this is what human beings do. So human beings usually they are the medical professionals such as doctors, nurses, therapists, and they play a crucial role in delivering what? Healthcare services through their expertise, skills, and interaction with what? Patients. So example is a physician conducting physical examination, or a nurse administrating or administering what? Medication, or a physical therapist guiding a patient through rehabilitation process. And let's look like restaurant services. With the restaurant services involves what? Provision of food and beverages to customers for on-site consumption. So this one either being on-site or online. Okay, currently there's online services whereby people deliver, they order for food, and then they deliver it, and then the on-site is where you are there present, like when you are present. All right, the face-to-face one. So the restaurant encompasses of various aspects, including what? Food preparation, serving, dining, food serving, dining, ambience, and customer service. So this is what this is the human element in it. So the quality of restaurant services heavily relies on the skills and the effort of the restaurant staff, including chefs, servers, and hosts, to ensure what? A pleasant dining experience. Example, a chef cooking a meal in the kitchen, a server taking orders and delivering the food to tables, or a host welcoming guests and managing reservations. So that is it. Now let's move to our next topic. That is the characteristics of services. So services are intangible. When we say something is intangible, it's something what? You can't touch. So services are what? Intangible. They give intangible product, meaning they cannot be perceived by what? Senses in some way, okay, as physical goods. So with this one, you can't touch it, right? As I said, example is what? The experience you receive, experience what? Experience of receiving financial advice from a bank, undergoing a medical consultation with a doctor. So when you are going a medical consultation with a doctor, it is a service. It is experience you receive. How did it happen? When did it happen? And how do you feel? Do you get it? It's what? Experience you go through, and then through that they sort you out. Unlike the physical ones, the production side, right? That one is what? Quite also different. And what? Inseparability. When you talk of inseparability of production and consumption, the delivery of what? The delivery of services and their consumption, and their consumption typically occur simultaneously and cannot be separated at the same time or space. So with this one, the delivery of services and their consumption typically occur simultaneously. They occur concurrently at the same time. Do you get it? So they cannot be separated in time or space. So example, a hair salon services where the hair stylist what? Provides the services, that is cutting, styling their hairs, and then directly to the customer during what their visit. So they happen simultaneously. When you go there, the stylist will be what? The hairstylist will be what? Cutting your hair and then styling your hair at the same time. They happen. Do you get it? And also when you go to hospital, they at the end of the day they will inject you. They will ask you to go for some medication. They will sit down with you, measure you, and know your temperature level and all these things. There are things. And also we have what the third one is what? Perishability. When you talk of perishability, services are what? Perishable, meaning they cannot be what? Stored for future use or inventory. So when you example is what? Empty seats on a flight cannot be saved for a later date. Once the flight depart, the opportunity to sell to those seats are lost. Okay, the opportunity to sell those seats are lost. So when a flight service, when it is time and those empty seats are there, and you do not go, or you even you do not go, and maybe the flight would depart, at the end of the day the opportunity to sell to those seats are what? Lost. So with services, if you are providing services at a time, let's say like your hospital, or you are a service producing business, and you are producing services, okay, within that specific time, the number of customers that you need, if you do not get them, it is lost. Unlike the production, whereby if you produce 2,000 buckets, and people do not buy them, you can sell them tomorrow. With this one, the services that you are supposed to produce within that period, if you are not able to produce that service, the opportunity is lost. So if you are a service producing business or industry, you have to always make sure that you produce good services to people, so that when they go, they can come. So each and every day you get work doing. By assuming you have employed people working with, and people do not come to transact business with you, and because of the bad attitude of your workers, and at the end of the day you'll be losing a lot of money. Do you understand? So service producing business, there's what? Opportunities are what? Always that within a specific time, if you're not able to do something, it is lost. Within this time, you get this video I'm doing here. If you are not able to join the services that the lecturers are producing for you, the online lectures, if you are not able to join that lecture, the opportunity is lost. Do you get it? So you have to look for other ways to maybe have a private class or something like that. And with the video I'm recording, with this one, it is there eternally. You can come and watch it anytime, or at the comfort of what? Your homes, or whatever. So that is how the whole thing is. Let's now look at the perishability. So it can perish. Let's look at the next one. We have labor intensive. So performing services require what? A significant amount of what? Human effort or labor. Example, in hospital industry, providing hotel services requires a large workforce, including what? Housekeeping staff, front desk personnel, and then maintenance workers. So the labor intensive to it requires what? A lot of labor to perform different tasks. So when you have all these people there and you are not producing good services, people will leave, and you pay. At the end of the day, you are supposed to what? Pay money to people to work for you. So you have to be interested in customer service very well. And then heterogeneity. So the services tend to be what? To be variable or heterogeneous in nature, and meaning they cannot differ in quality and consistency across different services encountered. So when you talk of heterogeneity, it is what? Complex. When you say something is heterogeneity, it is complex. So it tends to be what? Heterogeneous in nature, meaning they cannot differ in quality or consistency across what? Different services. So example is the level of services provided by different restaurant service may vary, leading to differences in customer experiences and within the same restaurant. So that is it. So the level of what? Services provided by different restaurants service may what? May vary, leading to what? Differences in customer experience within the same restaurant. So when you go to I go to this restaurant, this is the service they produce or they provide to me. I go to another restaurant and this is it. So the one that I'll have a best experience with, or maybe the one that will satisfy me with, I'm able to what, I'll be maintaining that one. And then the C one is what, service, service performance rather than production. So here, tangible goods which is typically produced, services are primarily what, delivered. Okay, so the tangible goods which are typically produced, services are what, primarily performed or delivered. Example, in education, teaching is a service performed by educators to impart knowledge and skills to students rather than producing a physical product. So here it is what, service performance rather than our production. So in the services industry, you what, you provide services rather than production. Okay, so that is the whole thing. That is how it looks like. Let's now delve more into, we are done with the services. Let's now delve more into the importance of what, the economic and social roles of businesses. So what we are trying to say is the importance. So business provides what, a lot of opportunities, and let's look at it. One of them is what, they provide jobs. If I create a business right now, I'm likely to employ people to work for me, right? So they provide jobs. So if you create job, you are saving lives. And also they introduce new products. So when you create business, you introduce new product. Some of you will be asking, oh, there's no opportunity in the country, there's no, where people ask you, or where people find it difficult to find a specific product or things, it is opportunity. If you are a businessman minded person and you look for problems and try to solve them, so people in my community, people always find it difficult to have access to education. Why don't I establish a school there? When you establish school, you have people bringing their walls to you. Do you get it? It is a business opportunity for you. In my community, people are finding it difficult to do this. Then why don't I do this? To serve them, to satisfy them. So it's what, you introduce new product. And if you're a business minded person, and let me tell you this thing, Elon Musk is into production. All these billionaires in the world, they produce new things, they don't sell things. If you want to be successful, it's not about, I'm not saying you shouldn't sell. When you produce, you have to sell it, but I'm trying to tell you that they don't buy people goods and sell them to make money. At the end of the day, how much can you even add to that, those ones? Look at the billionaires in the world, how many of them sell people's products? Elon Musk, is he selling people's cars? Is it not his own cars he's selling? And technology is now the forefront. So if you want to be successful, delve more into technology. What can you bring? And what kind of technology can you introduce for people to transact? And these are the things that give you money. Look at Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, he's introduced Facebook, and now he's making millions of Ghana cedis, millions of what, dollars. He's a billionaire. All these billionaires in the world, they produce products or services. They don't really buy people stuff and then sell it, and you understand it. And then also they add greatly to the rich variety of goods and services available to customers. So if somebody is selling food in my community, I realize it is not nice and people are not buying, I look at it, how can I produce good food or something? I produce it, so when people taste my own, they taste their own, they realize they were eating something bad, so they will come to you and buy from you. And then it contributes to society's value and stability. So these are what businesses contribute to society's values and what, stability. When there's businesses, people get job, and when they get job, they don't steal. But when there's no jobs, people go and steal. Do you get it? So it contribute to the societal value. So people will behave well, and also there will be stability, whereby people won't steal, people won't be jealous of people's success, because there's businesses, they work and they get their own money. And then and our rich source of what, ideas and innovation in products and what, services. So they produce what, rich source of what, new ideas. So if you want to be a successful business person, you have to produce new ideas, and you have to what, innovate things to be successful. That is all I have for you. Please make sure you hit on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, and share it on your platforms for me. God bless you for doing so. Doing so means that I should do, but if this video, if I'm not able to get enough views, I won't produce videos on your course again. So please make sure you share it so I can get enough people to watch the video so I can do it, because a lot of people are asking me with the level 300 when I reproduce a video for them, people are really watching it. I have like one of them I have 3.1k 3.2k currently. Do you get it? They are patronizing it. I told them when I produce the video and they don't really watch it, I won't do it again. So please make sure you share it with your friends and let them also benefit from it. God bless you. I'll see you next time with another video. Thank you.